And three, two, one. Hey everybody! It is almost the end of January. It's been a long month, hasn't it? My God, like everybody's just in a bad, grumpy mood. Obviously January blues, holiday blues from Christmas. But Jesus, do you know what it's like? Funnily enough, actually, it's like we're back in lockdown. Like we're in January 23 right now. I don't know, has anybody else actually seen that right now where, you know, yes, people have holiday blues, right? So before coronavirus, all that shit went off, everybody would be a little depressed and they're broke, they've no money, they're hungover as fuck. But like this year, the intensity has just been so much more, I think, with people. People have lost their fucking minds in January. Honest to God, guys, it's like we're back in coronavirus. It's unreal. Jesus, the stuff I'm seeing on the roads at the moment, it's unbelievable. I've never seen such lunacy in all my life, especially from those fucking bus drivers. Right? These bus drivers in Ireland, guys, if you're listening in Ireland, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But these fucking guys, I've never seen anything like it. And by the way, guys, I'm an ex-racing driver, right? And so many of you know. So, you know what? When I see this shit on the road, when they're literally pulling out in front of your car, right? Without really even looking, pretty much. They're barely looking, okay? And here's the worst part. They've got young children, old, elderly people on fucking board. And they're not just risking their lives and my life, they're risking kids' life. They're risking their passengers' life. Like, risk your life if you want. Go for it. But to risk other people's lives, I mean, oh, guys, if you are not listening in Ireland, I'm honest to God, like, if you do travel to Ireland, I mean, the bus can be a handy way to get around, but proceed with caution. That's what I'd say. Anyway, I don't even know where I'm ranting on this. Jesus, guys, I actually want to talk about entitlement today, because you know what? Over my course of my ex-girlfriends, and like I had one really, really bad girlfriend 5 or 6 years ago where the entitlement that she had was, well, it was Olympic record, world record standards, right? But you know something, guys, what's made me really think about entitlement is, and the way we all think, oh, look at this guy now, he just expects everything to be handed to him, and the entitlement, or oh, look at her, little princess, oh, entitlement, lads. Like, do you know the way we always go on about this sort of thing with our friends, and, you know, everything, it's almost like a catchphrase at this stage where, oh, entitlement, yeah, expects everything to be handed to him, or her. You know what, guys, I actually think it's the other way around. Now, hear me out, right? Hear me out now for a second. Okay, I'm going back to my racing days, right? When you're feeling confident and secure in yourself, right? So we're on about entitlement, that, oh, people expect everything to be handed to them these days, right? And if they don't, they throw their toys out of the cot. They act like babies, okay? Now, I honestly don't think it comes from a place of they actually genuinely believe that they are owed everything to them, that they feel like they deserve everything. I honestly, God, I don't think it's a belief, right? And here's my example. I used to race karts when I was 10. I was winning all sorts of championships, right? And for a 10-year-old, it could be really easy to get carried away, big-headed. I'm the man, I'm fucking brilliant, blah, blah, blah. I never had that. And you know why I never had that? Because I was working my ass off and I was winning. I believed in myself. I didn't expect entitlement where people should be just pulling over to the side and letting me win. You had to fight tooth and fucking nail for it. It humbles you. Because no matter what, whether you're a racing driver or not, your mind frame going into a race is always you want to win. Always, right? But you're never going to win every fucking race. And I don't know any racing driver that's ever won every single race. That's total bullshit if you do know one guy and he or she says that. It's total rubbish, by the way. But my point is this, is that even when I wasn't winning a race, right? Like, for instance, now, when I was in karting, and it was my senior year, just before I went up to cars, I was racing now, and I was winning, and guys, there must have been about 15 rounds that year. I think I won 12 out of the 15. Memory's a little bit sketchy on this one, but it was pretty much, guys, like 90% batting average for the race wins, right? I mean, I was cleaning up. Now, the other 2 or 3 or 4 races that I did not win, right? I wasn't throwing my toys out of the fucking cot. Okay? I was not throwing my toys out of the cot, going, "No, I don't believe it, man, what the fuck?" You know, bitching and moaning and blaming my engineer, blaming my mechanic, blaming my dad, blaming my mum. No, I wasn't. Okay? Because you know what? I had belief in myself that I went, well, you know what? Okay, I've lost this one. I'll win the next one. Alright, that's what at least I'm going to try and do. I'm going to fucking win the next one. Right? Because I had belief that I can win. Now, I'm getting to the point, guys, and I'm kind of going in a roundabout way here. So my point is, like, 5-6 years ago, I had this girlfriend. And back in the day, I did believe that, oh, people thought they were entitled. But it's only in the last 3 or 4 years that I've figured out that it's actually not entitlement. But back in the day, I thought it was, right? I mean, this girl just expected me to, like, for instance, guys, about rescheduling dates, right? This girl was my girlfriend back in the day. And yet, she'd cancel, and then she wouldn't suggest another time. Now, we're going to talk about rescheduling dates now in a minute, and okay, later on in this podcast. Because let's be honest, guys, that drives everybody fucking nuts. But she expected me to actually reschedule the date. So she'd go, "Oh, hey, honey, I can't meet up today, sorry." You're like, Jesus Christ, this girl's meant to be my girlfriend, and she's just giving me short answers, bang. You're like, okay. She's not even asking how my day is. And even worse, she's not even trying to reschedule. "Hey, honey, what about tomorrow night instead? Is that okay?" Now, like, if somebody reschedules a date like that, that's totally cool. But hang on, well, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. So my point is this. This girl expected me to do all the work, right? And it drove me fucking nuts. Now, I had it out with her before, after, was it a couple of days? Because I had to reschedule the date. And I said, right, just reschedule the date, get her there, and have a chat. So that was my goal. Talk this out. So she comes back with this bullshit that, oh, well, I was a bit shy and I wasn't sure what to say because I cancelled, so I was expecting that you'd come back and say to me. I'm like, well, hang on a second. You just cancelled the date, honey. So why didn't you just reschedule something? I thought we were boyfriend-girlfriend, right? And she goes, oh, but like I said, I was afraid because I cancelled the date. I was afraid to then say something to reschedule. By the way, if anybody ever gets into that situation, that is complete 100% fact bullshit. Don't believe anything that they say if they say that to you. If they fucking reschedule, if they cancel a date, guys, on you, and they come out with that horseshit, oh, in other words, they're the victim, blah, 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 blah. Absolute rubbish talk. Okay? Now, before we talk about rescheduling dates, in more detail now, sorry, I want to say that I thought about it over the years, where the relationship went wrong. Now, there was other red flags, no doubt about it, and you know what? I take total responsibility. She was a complete fucking bitch, psycho. I was mad about her, and I thought I loved her at the time. I know now I didn't. However, but look, that's okay. That's 5-6 years ago. But I mean, she was a great lesson, and the entitlement, I realized, hang on a second. She doesn't feel she's entitled. She just wants everything done for her. Like, I mean, guys, this girl now was, drop dead gorgeous. Unbelievable. I mean, she like, women would stop and look at her, right? She was unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. And, there was, obviously, do you know what? she was even getting what she wanted off women because women wanted to sleep with her. It was incredible, right? So can you imagine what men were trying to do? Men would just get on their hands and knees for her, right? So, okay, yeah, we're talking about the ego. She's getting used to getting what she wants. Now, here's where it turns, and here's where it really counts. A couple of times, I was starting to really wake up now to her bullshit, right? And I went, hang on a second. Whoa, 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 Peter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't fucking do this. So I started to hang back. I didn't. Then she started cancelling a few more dates, and I went, okay, fine. Like, this girl was so bad. I remember, I think it was the third time she cancelled a date, right? And I went, okay, honey. And I put a smiley face, kiss, and I went, right, now let's see what happens. She waited 3 days to come back to me without a single text message between each other. That's how bad it was, guys. Now, I said, there's no way I'm giving in. No fucking way, because hang on a second. This is the third time she's cancelled a date. My girlfriend, supposedly, quote, and the 3 times she never once suggested, well, what we do, honey, right? Now, after 3 days, I'm sort of panicking in a way. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. What the hell is going on? You know? What the hell is going on? Like, first of all, I'm not, okay, well, this is not a girlfriend of mine. No fucking way. No. Girlfriends and boyfriends don't act like this. Now, guys, if you think about that, right? 3 days of not contacting your boyfriend after you've cancelled the date, right? What's that telling you? What it told me, and I met up with her after 3 days because she eventually called me. I couldn't believe it. So I sat her down again, and I said, hang on a second, we've had this conversation before, and this is the 3rd time you've cancelled on me, and you're expecting me to come talk to you? And guys, this is where it all changed for me, like 100% clicked into place. She looked at me like she was stunned. She almost had this sort of deer in a headlights look, as in like, I can't believe you didn't contact me. Like, and it was even worse. She even gave me this look as in like, is everything okay? Right? Like it was my fault, or I was about to dump her. Like, why didn't you contact me? What's going on? She was like, I don't even know how to fucking explain it. Like, she was shook. She was overwhelmed. She couldn't get over that I didn't. Now, guys, here's my point, right? This isn't entitlement, right? Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. She doesn't believe everything should be done for her. Let me say that again. She doesn't believe everything should be done for her. She wants everything done for her. Let me say that one more time. She doesn't believe everything should be done for her. She wants everything done for her. Huge difference, guys. Absolutely gigantic difference. Because again, I'm going to go back to the racing explanation, right? I was feeling confident in myself. I had no problem that I lost, right? That I had to eat shit, so to speak. That I had to, take some humble pie, right? When I lost, because I still had belief in myself, and even when I got more, I wasn't expecting more from stuff, because I know that it takes work, right? So I wasn't feeling entitled. Now, this fucking girl, she didn't feel that either, okay? She knew. She's not confident in herself. So my point is, guys, if you think somebody believes that they're entitled to everything, are you sure about that? Because if you really believe in yourself and you've got confidence in yourself, you don't expect everything to be handed to you. That's my whole fucking point. If you are confident in yourself, you feel good about yourself, you are kind to other people, or whatever, right? If you've got all those good traits, you do not expect everything to be handed to you. It's just all one big cover-up mask for your insecurity in yourself, because it's the complete opposite. You know you're not entitled to everything because you don't have any value to anybody. And like my ex-girlfriend, she knows she had no value. Nothing to the table except for gorgeous good looks. That's it. Right? So in order for her to feel better about herself, she had to try and believe that she was entitled to everything to make herself feel better, but only for about 5 fucking seconds, and then she's back to her real gut feeling of, wow, I don't have any self-worth. So it's about self-worth, guys. If you think somebody think that they're entitled, it's the opposite way, guys. In fact, they don't have any sense of entitlement in their head. They want to feel special. Now, guys, I've been studying psychology for a long time, and maybe some psychiatrists would argue against me on this one. I don't know. But I can tell you this, guys. I know that for a fucking fact. If you really break it down to the nuts and bolts of how we operate, how we work, right? Because at the end of the day, all of us want to be loved by someone. Okay? We all want to connect. We all want to feel love. We all want to love. Right? And so remember this. If the next time somebody acts that sort of, quote, entitlement with you, throw it out the window, because they don't believe in entitlement. They want entitlement. Okay? And I can tell you guys, you might be thinking, oh, well, all right, well, okay, fair enough, but what else do I do? Guys, if you understand the problem, you can work around it. All you have to do is understand the problem. Once you understand exactly where they're coming from, then the answer will naturally just come. It's like I hope people here that are listening, they listen to Jordan Peterson. Like, I love Jordan Peterson. He's one of my heroes. He's an amazing man. If you don't know him, he's on YouTube. Huge influencer now on YouTube. Psychiatrist, psychologist. He's a Canadian professor, basically. And you can watch him on YouTube, Jordan Peterson. He's amazing. And he always said this, and I'll never forget this. And I watched him, and he said, if you can't figure out what someone's doing, look at the outcome and infer the motivation. Right? Now, that's a sort of a separate topic here, but the point is this. If you can understand where the problem exists or what the problem is, right, you can almost anticipate their next fucking move. Right? I mean, imagine playing a game of chess and you'll know exactly what your competitor's going to do next. Be unbelievable, right? Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. It's like psychic powers. And okay, and I want to talk about like rescheduled dates, because a lot of this whole entitlement as well comes around this whole rescheduled dates. Like, for instance, obviously I just spoke about one of my ex-girlfriends, right? Let's see, there was another girl. In fact, it was only 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I got talking to this girl. Excuse me, guys. I got talking to this girl, and let me see. So I got talking to her. We exchanged numbers. So I texted her, I asked her out. So we met for a coffee in town, right? During the day, it was kind of like a last minute thing. I said, hey, are you in town? Because she was sort of mentioning that she would be. So anyway, great, cool. We meet for a coffee. Everything's all cool. I just gave her a kiss on the cheek, right? Nothing, we weren't getting it on or anything. So what happened? So we all left, and then a couple of days later, I asked, hey, do you want to meet? We'll go for a couple of drinks, because she was kind of talking about that anyway. So we arranged to meet on a Wednesday night. So okay, cool. So we arranged to meet at 8:30, right? Now, I said, okay, that's cool. Now, I have my office in town, so I said, right, but you know what now? I'm just going to work all the way through up to 8:30. I can catch up on some shit, and, 8:15, I'll leave, cool, done. So on the day of the date, which was the Wednesday, about sort of 1 or 2 o'clock, I text her, because I didn't hear from her the night before, and I'm like, oh no, is this girl going to bail now on me or what? So anyway, text her by 12 o'clock, hey, I'll see you at, let's say, and I actually suggested, hey, will I meet you at this bar, X bar, ABC bar, right, at 8:30. So she didn't text back all day. So I text that at 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I didn't hear from him. Like, oh, fuck. Now, let's be honest. Okay, it's easier said than done. You're thinking, okay, well, Jesus, do I text? Like, what do I do, you know? So I said, okay, do you know what? Tick all the boxes. So then I said, right, here what I'll do. I'll text her. So I text her at 6 o'clock or 6:15. I said, hey, are we still good for 8:30 tonight? So she comes back literally about 3 or 4 minutes later. She goes, hey, sorry, I was working today. I just finished. Yeah, definitely. I'll see you at 8:30. I went, perfect. So from about 6:30 up to 8:15, I'm working. And I literally did not look at my phone. I literally turned on my alarm on my phone for 8:15. So then I'd know, right, okay, let's go, finish work, let's get out of here. So I finished up the work and still didn't even look at my phone because everything was confirmed, everything was done, bang. So I walked down to the bar, and when I get to the bar, little did I know, the bar was actually closed, right? And this was a Wednesday night. This is a really busy bar, by the way, in Cork. And you're like, Jesus, what the hell's going on? So anyway, I went, fucking hell, okay, what do I do? So I'm standing outside the bar. I'm like, okay, right, what do I do? I'll text her, will I suppose? No, I'll call her. So I literally whip out my phone. I don't have my cellular data turned on, so I didn't see any messages from anyone or anybody. So I literally just pick up the phone, call her. I said, hey, what's going on? And she goes, I said, listen, this bar is closed. Let's go somewhere else. And she goes, oh, listen, I just texted you there a while ago. And as I was looking at my phone, the message popped up. I went, oh. So I'm really confused, wondering what's going on. Right, I said, okay, oh, shit. I said, oh, when did you send me that text? She goes, oh, at like 7 o'clock. And I went, what, you mean 20 minutes after you said that we're confirmed? She goes, yeah. I went, okay. Well, I said, I've literally just seen it as I'm on the phone to you. So I'm kind of trying to process all this information now, right? I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I went, okay. I said, so you're not coming in, no? She goes, no, I can't, sorry. No explanation. Why? What? Did something come up? Nope. Just, no, I'm sorry, I can't come up. So I'm like, okay. All right. And I was so thrown back, right? Like, guys, Jesus, even me, Mr. quote dating guy, even I'm fucking making mistakes left, right, and center. So I even said to her, because again, I was a bit thrown by everything. I said, so are we going to meet again? Or like, what's going on here? She goes, oh, yeah, cool. I went, huh, she's very casual. So I went, all right, okay, do you know what, cool. All right, fine. She look, I'll talk to you later, grand. So that was the Wednesday. On the Sunday, on the Saturday night, she texts me. So after the Wednesday night, she said she can't make it. I said, okay, we'll talk again. And I said, well, fuck her now. She can contact me. She cancelled the fucking date. Goddamn right. Right? So anyway. Wednesday night, get off the phone. Didn't hear anything from her Wednesday night. Heard nothing from her Thursday. All Thursday. Heard nothing all Friday. All Saturday day. And then Saturday night about 8 o'clock she texts me. Hey, sorry again for cancelling the other night. And I went, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Right? Now, and by the way, if there's any guys or girls out there, right, and you're doing this to people, fuck you. Right? You don't cancel a date and then come back to them again a few days later and just say one thing. Hey, sorry about cancelling the other night. Right? You can say sorry again after a few days, but first of all, why are you taking a few days anyway? You should be texting them back the same fucking night. Right? And fuck you if you're not, because shame on you for fucking someone around like that. You cancel a date and all of a sudden you don't talk to them that night. You should be kissing their ass almost, if anything. I don't believe in kissing ass, but if anybody should be kissing ass, it should be you. And you should be making it up to them and suggesting another date instantly. And if there's anybody listening, and if you ever get into this sort of scenario where you do get cancelled on, right? Please remember this, guys. Do not text the person back. They should be texting you that same day or night that they cancelled on. Okay? Making it up to you and suggesting another time and place, or even if it's a rough idea, like, oh, hey, so sorry for cancelling tonight. But look, I'll be free either early next week or late next week. Now that's okay because it's still a loose plan, but it's still there's a target here, right? So please, guys, don't be taking any of that crap off anybody, right? So this girl texted me, and I literally texted her back, and I went, "Hey, look, no problem," smiley face. I said, "So is that it? Question mark." And she goes, "How do you mean that's it?" I went, "Well, you did cancel. I haven't heard from you. I presume you're not interested in me. And look, I'm just calling it as it is." And she goes, "No, it's not that." That's it. Like, that's it. Nothing else. No explanation that I do like you or, oh, this is that. She just said, "No, that's not it." You know what? Go fuck yourself. That is horrendous carry on. Horrendous treatment of anybody else. And you know what, guys? If you don't have any interest in the person, why don't you do yourself a favor and do the other person a favor? Especially the other person, because you're just fucking them around. Do not contact them back if you have zero fucking interest in the person. Why would you? Why are you contacting them back? Fair enough if you feel a little bit guilty. But you know what? Take your fucking medicine. Suck it up. You're the one that cancelled. You know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want to be with her or him. Leave it at that. So look, guys, I hope... okay, yeah, I think we're going to wrap this up. I'm actually going to get a bit wound up having these memories. My God. Jesus Christ, man. But you know what, guys? Look, I hope this podcast helps some people with these rescheduling dates and the entitlement, because I've gone through it a lot. And, you know, especially for the rescheduling dates, guys, if you're rescheduling a date, you're the one that fucking man's up or woman's up, whatever you want to call it, and you reschedule the fucking date if you cancelled. And if you're the one that gets cancelled on, guys, do not text them. And you know what? Actually, women are better with this type of thing, funnily enough. Men, I think we're kind of suckers, to be honest, when it comes to this. Like, we would actually text the person back first, you know? Not every man. But anyway, don't text the person back. And if they text you back, they want to be texting you back the same night or day that they cancelled on you, right? And also throwing up suggestions of when they are available next. It still might be a rough plan. You know, example, oh, listen, I'll be available maybe either early next week or late at the weekend, but nighttime only. Excuse me. That's the way you try and give a promise, that because you want to show the person, if you've cancelled on somebody, you want to show them that you care and that you like them and that you're interested, right? So you've got to fucking make it up to them. Okay? Anything else but that, guys. Do not settle for anything less than that. If they cancel on you, number one, they contact you the same day or night, unless now there's a really good excuse and it is believable. Fair enough, but they really should be canceling or contacting you that same day or night. Number two, they should be asking you, how are you getting on, and by the way, can we reschedule for another time? Number three, even if it's a rough plan, that's okay. Don't settle for anything less, guys. Please don't. So, guys, I want to thank you for listening. What am I going to say to you? Oh, it's really cold out today, actually. My cup of tea's gone a bit, bit kind of cold. Why am I saying this to you? Jeez, I'm rambling here, guys. Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, listen, thanks for watching or listening. And I will see you again. And hopefully, guys, that was some information to you. Love you all, guys. Godspeed.